The engaged support metas again. Like, this is something that I saw from Busio when he was in Academy prior.
So Aurelion Sol!
And Aurelion Sol's big pick too!
Baby.
So team fighting is the MO. So from 100 Thieves side, I like the space that's being created with Annie Tibbers always being threatened, Wukong and Sion in the front line. It makes a lot of sense to me. It's just going to be on Doublelift to A, position correctly.
Breathing that nasty percent HP damage all over everybody. So I'm with you, man. I want to see them focus bot lane. I want to see them help out Doublelift. Right now, they're going to steal away the enemy blue buff.
Within your team is tough. Com's going to be look perfect for 100 Thieves. TP comes right in.
But they do not overcommit early. They want to make sure they can back it up. Doublelift cleansing, but then still getting caught, has to flash away. Now Closer could be in a little bit of trouble. It's first blood back over to TSM. It's going to be traded 1-for-1, but can Closer get away? TSM has a 4v1 dog pile. Closer wants to reset, but he won't get it. The bailout ain't enough, and TSM gets 2-for-1.
Yeah. So it's going to be very centered around the Dragon. Now next up is going to be the Herald, of course. So what we need to keep an eye on in these next
play was just the fact that Wild Turtle wasn't able to catch the wave. Solo, though,
getting jumped on by Bjergsen here. A lot of damage coming out from Bjerg.
Still, my eyes are going to be on Wild Turtle. Here is another potential dive from Closer.
Doublelift trying to poke him down. Chime has used the grand entrance, so now Closer feels confident jumping in. They're going to lock up two. Wild Turtle manages to outplay it and take him low enough to force 100 Thieves back.
Thankfully, Busio was tanking tower at that moment. If it had been Closer, disaster there. But the pressure is consistent. And Wild Turtle is still struggling a little bit, but the fact that he's still standing and the resources have gone to Maple with the kill. Oh, looking for a pick.
Flash grand entrance from Chime, but Turtle is so far away, they can't follow it up.
with do a little swap, because Jinx and Renata desperately need space as well.
Yeah, and Tuklu's coming volley.
Oh, he lands the meteor, and Doublelift and Busio have to run, but Doublelift just gets shredded by Aurelion Sol. Maple's on the board.
Doublelift had to stay there, and as we look through the replay, guess who's clued into all of that? It's Maple. And so Busio and Doublelift kind of recognize that a little bit too late.
And this is exactly what you want to avoid when playing against Aurelion Sol. You have the Annie, who's power spiking pretty hard at level 6. But now, because of
that is vision that cannot be removed. The extra speed buff might play a role here. Tenacity's going to step up and be the front line for 100, but it's Bjergsen who just gets caught. The falling star guarantees it, and Maple goes on a killing spree. TSM has killed the enemy mid laner, and with Bjergsen out of the picture, they feel confident to continue working towards the Drake. Solo's going to keep on frontlining as Tenacity tries to create some space for his team to move up and move in. TSM had to spend a few ultis there getting the kill onto Bjergsen, so now what can they do? They still want to stick around, they still want to fight for the Drake, they know they got a 5v4, but they got to be careful. 100 Thieves is going to have their mid laner ready to TP back here soon. Solo's taking low, but he won't die yet. Closer goes in, and he takes down the enemy top laner, and he gets away with it. 100 Thieves just stole that whole fight. They're going to grab themselves the Drake. They're going to grab themselves an extra kill. Yes, Closer will die for it. But here's one of the problems for 100 Thieves. Tenacity is your only man who can really face check because of his tankiness. His tankiness is all health. He has a Heart Steel. He has a Balmy Cinder. Aurelion Sol can melt through him as Closer is trapped in the pit. They fly out the Renata ulti over the wall, but it doesn't do a whole lot. And now Closer's forced to flash to disengage. Solo's going to tank for a while. Tenacity eats some of the Breath of Light, and now he's retreating too. Both sides backing away, both sides just trying to see if the other guy's gonna make a mistake. You're gonna see Solo wanting to retreat, but Closer jumps in on him before he can complete that recall.
Yeah, and once you start hitting 200, though they're looking for a pick on double.
Find the cleanse, but that's it.
There it is. It's going to make the next fight a little easier. So once Sejuani's ultimate's going to be back up, even better. Maple's looking for him now.
They're trying to make sure they don't let him escape with the ulti. Solo body blocked it, so Tenacity could not disengage, and now they're just going to have Maple try to stick to him here for the damage. They do a good job on Tenacity's part, at least interrupting the Breath of Light at first, but we're at the point where you can't interrupt it enough. Maple goes on a rampage, and Tenacity goes back to the spawn platform. 100 Thieves are happy with that. They don't really lose a whole lot except for Tenacity's teleport. TSM still looking to maybe fight a little bit more. Grand Entrance only finds Tenacity. TSM does not want to overcommit on the tanky Scion. Singularity from Aurelion Sol uses a zone control mechanism to keep everybody away. With Rylai's, it's very, very powerful, slowing everyone down, creating this massive circle that 100 Thieves just have to trudge through.
But take a look at this. That's Flash Recon, that ulti down. They're just going to go for the fight.
Boogie's coming around from behind. Tenacity's stuck on the front line here, but Maple's really the only one that can kill him. Hostile takeover flies out, but the skies descend on 100 Thieves. TSM still separated from their own jungler. The Drake's gonna be pulled out. Boogie wraps all the way around to join back up. TSM and 100 Thieves staring each other down. Some ultis spent on both sides. Who's gonna make the first move here? Closer still has Cyclone. Bjergsen still has his ult. That is huge. Everybody on TSM not named Solo does not have an ulti to work with. Over the wall comes Boogie. Chime's ready to go too. Closer's getting locked up. He wants the damage on Turtle. He won't be able to find it. He doesn't get the reset. Turtle goes on a killing spree. And the Drake goes to TSM.
You need to do something else. You need to try to regain control on the other side, because now, because TSM is in a better condition, they're just gonna immediately start.
Okay!
Just sent it straight down the river. He teleported in, disrespecting 100 Thieves. But the Thieves were ready to respond instantly. Remember that Chime has no ulti. He tried to use it chasing after Bjergsen earlier.
Yeah. Guys, chill. Calm down. We don't have to rush anything.
Well, he might be in trouble yet again now. 100 Thieves in the enemy jungle looking for TSM. They take two of them low, but they aren't going to grab any kills just yet. They're still trying to stick around and contest the red, but it's Busio into the stopwatch trying to stay alive. Now, oh, double just headshots Chime. 100 Thieves finally might have found a good fight. Solo's going to die next. Both kills on double lip.
Tell me someone is going to try to stop Sejuani from jumping in. I'm getting anxious watching this.
50-50, but it ends up going the way of 100 Thieves. The damage over the wall from Aurelion Sol, not enough to pick up any kills, so it's Baron plus a kill on the side for 100 Thieves.
To actually contest this dragon, because sure, they're walking up. Aurelion's really strong, but they just wasted Sejuani ult.
Oh,
yeah,
no way!
Tenacity.
They flash Maple in front of Tenacity to guarantee they're able to keep him there, and he can't just ult out. Turtle goes on a rampage. 100 Thieves frontline has died. Closer tries to go in for the counter engage, but he's gonna get locked up. The skies descend to stop 100 Thieves' follow-up, but the fight is chaotic. They're still looking for a little more damage, and Solo drops. Bjergsen's so close to dead, but the bailout might be able to bail him out after all. The stasis for Maple will not matter. 1,000 gold for Closer. 100 Thieves wins the fight.
The calculated depth, the fake depth, the one that sets up the team for success. That's what we need to see more.
That's what they want to do more, and Solo just pops. That TSM's on the defense, and they know it. They're going to need a massive Aurelion Sol ulti, a massive Recon engage if they want to be able to come out on top here. But Boogie just gets caught out. Chime goes over the wall, finds an initiation onto multiple targets. 1-for-1 trade, jungler for jungler. But where does it go from here?
Dragon with your AD carry. And we see both teams here. They're just fighting for their lives to get the mid-fire. Because if you get the push, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, double lift just destroys Solo. Counterattack from Aurelion Sol isn't enough to get anybody back this time. That is huge for 100 Thieves. They know that Solo is not tanky enough to just step up so disrespectfully, and they immediately punish.
Great call from 100 there. Now you're in desperate situations if you are on TSM side. Dragon is up, but 100 Thieves is trying to force another fight. TSM is a little bit split here. That's what I'm concerned about.
Turtle could be in trouble. He's taken incredibly low, but he won't die yet. Tenacity gets him with the decimating smash as he dies. A 1-for-1 that 100 will take any day of the week. They kill off Aurelion Sol, and TSM has rumbled against 100 Thieves.
Because otherwise, they're about to get steamrolled.
Ilya's being popped there. Really a punch, but a pick.
Look at that. Bjergsen caught out here.
Playing to really showcase that they can make it to playoffs, that they can end this string split on a high note.
Oh, the sweeper over the wall looking for Closer, but TSM just walks into a meat grinder. Doublelift is dominating, and Wild Turtle has been found out on the flank. Tenacity and Closer going up against Turtle, and they'll bring him down. That might just be it, TSM.
attributed to that huge burst that we saw into TSM, just made it so hard for the front line to be able to protect their carries. And now look at this position. This even seems like a free Baron.
Oh, Maple wanted to go over the wall because he thought he was just going to get to kill Tenacity. Super Mega Death Rocket misses.
People are gonna explode.
Well, 100 Thieves are looking to make this TSM's last stand. Tenacity approaches from the side. The Scion is huge. Look at the health bar on him. They can't get through the Gargoyle Stone Plate. Meanwhile, Solo and Boogie have to try to tank up on the side of TSM. Closer might finally get popped, but the Guardian Angel means he'll come back to life. He needs to try to escape back to the safety of his team. Minion Wave's gonna let him do it there with an Nimbus Strike. Now, they're focusing on the inhibitors. Mid has already fallen. Top has now fallen next. Chime trying to disengage, barely any HP remaining. Solo ain't have much left either, as Maple and Solo try to disengage. The re-engage from Chime won't hit anybody, and 100 Thieves is steamrolling towards the enemy Nexus. Now they back up, they don't want to give away anything for free. Doublelift gets executed on the singularity, he can't come back to life. Tenacity wants to use his dead body to try to pick up something else, but 100 Thieves can't end just yet.
Get the kill on towards Doublelift, so it extends the game a little longer.
And hold on now, Boogie in trouble. He's gonna be bursted very low. They take him down. Doublelift gets excited, and TSM's gotta be careful. They've still got the damage from Aurelion. Tenacity backs away. Solo's still here on the front line. Maple's gotta do all the work. He goes on a rampage. Now they gotta wait for the passive to go away from Tenacity. Double kill back over to Maple. Wants to find some more. Can't get it. Maple under pressure. 100 Thieves get it done. They take out 4. They only lose 2, and they're gonna walk it into the base and an exposed Nexus.
There they are. They were going for Doublelift so much in 100 Thieves, just trying to protect him, and he stays alive.
Huge win for 100 Thieves over TSM. They're going to move up in the standings. They're still looking to keep this playoff hope alive.
And here, we saw really impressive individual play from both teams, but when it mattered, when it came to the team fights, the objectives, 100 Thieves were always one step ahead. It didn't matter if they had control or not. They just walked up as a unit, engaged together, kited back together, and ultimately, Doublelift was always able to hit, while Wild Turtle and Mabel, I don't think we saw a single fight where they could both actually play the game at the same time.
Yeah, from the TSM side, the focus has to be in that mid game, where they had tried to make engages on towards both Tenacity and Closer at different moments, and of course, lost a lot for that. 100 Thieves taking a bow for their much-needed win here.
I think it was a couple of things that were a big difference. The difference in top laners. Tenacity was always...